Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is our article presentation. I am Habibah Artini Ramlie from Faculty of Islamic Studies, University Malaysia Sabah, and my friend Nur Syahrul Marzuki Muhammad Nur from Faculty of Human Science, University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. We are focusing on narrative research about ethnic relation across religion and culture in schools. This is the research summary of the study. For the introduction, multiracialism in Malaysia requires a harmonious form of ethnic relations to ensure the nation's solidarity. Therefore, ethnic relations across religion and culture among students is imperative, as it is the core that shapes the concept of cultural unity. However, previous studies have shown ethnic relations among school students from different religions and cultures to be distant and unfriendly. This was due to suspicion, ethnocentrism, and polarization, among others. So the objective of this study is to determine the narrative of ethnic relation across religion and culture among students in a few secondary schools in the district of Kudat Sabah. The study was structured as a qualitative study and narrative research, with interviews conducted both online and face-to-face. Narrative research, as we know, describes the process of collecting and analyzing stories people are telling about their experiences. Data collection was adopted by interviewing 12 experienced teachers with more than 10 years teaching experience in the district of Kudat Sabah as the research informants. Interview questions were constructed based on the findings of the researchers' past researches. The findings were not coded according to themes or categories. Instead, it was presented as narratives. In other words, the study was more as a conceptual study formed according to findings from the interviews and supplemented with information from past researches. This is the findings of the study. From the interviews, the interreligion and intercultural relations scenario among students in several secondary schools in Kudat is presented from the perspective of the individual informants briefly as below. The first one is student, teacher, and administrator ethnic relations in the context of interculture and interreligion is very good and does not have any emergent issues. Students could mutually adapt and assimilate together to ensure the success of a program. The second one is there is no boundary among students because they could integrate well, study together, and share knowledge among themselves. They could still sit together at a common table and play together. The mechanism applied by the school authorities to encourage student interaction is by conducting various programs involving all parties regardless of their background. Schools never implemented activities that were targeted for certain ethnic groups only. Programs, whether academic or co-curriculum, would be open to all students. No program that segregated students was organized. In the division of duties, for instance, teacher and student committees would be comprised of various religion and ethnic groups. School authorities would ensure that each ethnicity and culture was represented to avoid discrimination of any one race and religion. Therefore, in the programs that were held, students would mingle and exchange ideas and sharing on their traditions and religious beliefs. The findings also show that religious and race elements are not taken into consideration in the distribution of aid in school. This is instead purely based on eligibility. In the classroom, teachers ensured that seating arrangement or student groupings would comprise various ethnic backgrounds. Students from different cultures also did not show racial or cultural sentiments. They were respectful of each other. The students were conversant of the ways, tradition, and cultures of the races in their class and familiar with celebrations associated with other cultures. Whenever there were celebrations such as Hari Raya and other celebrations like Pesta Menuai, the school authorities would encourage all parties to get involved. Most of the students also live in villages or settlements that had diverse race and culture compositions. Therefore, when they come to school, they are already familiar with this type of environment. There is absolutely no issue since many of the students have family members of different religions. Their parents are very cooperative and do not create any problem. If the parents are requested to come to school, they will willingly do so. Talking about religion, the Muslim and Christian compositions are large. Similarly, those without any religion. However, this religious difference does not give rise to any issues except with regards to food and religious practice. The students do not bother about religious issues and they mingle with sincerity. No racist terminology exists in disciplinary cases involving different religions since these cases do not involve religious matters. Religious and cultural differences are not emphasized, although this does not mean students are disrespectful. Rather, it is because it has been instilled in the students from earlier on to be respectful of other religions and cultures since they are one in dress and spirit. The interaction and way of thinking is also very open and the issue of choosing to mingle with their own ethnic group does not arise. It is only during Islamic studies and moral studies class that the students are segregated according to their religions. However, it is interesting to note that students are more conversant about the practices of other religions. For example, Muslim students are aware of the religious practices of their non-Muslim peers and vice versa. It cannot be denied that isolated cases that give rise to arguments among students of different religions do occur, but it is seldom that the conflicts are related to religion. The last one is the pandemic that occurred did not leave any effect on ethnic interaction. After the COVID-19 pandemic, relations were still strong among the students. Teachers were comprised of many activities and religions also did not prevent interaction and the forming of a cohesive spirit of cooperation. As a conclusion, the findings indicate excellent ethnic relations across religion and culture among the students. This finding also explains the needs to sustain this form of harmonious relationship because it represents the situation for the future Malaysian generations in their efforts to consistently maintain the existing ethnic relation. So it is hoped that the scenario of inter-religion and inter-ethnic harmony among the students in Sabah in this study could become a platform to push forward school activities with participation of those from various religious and cultural backgrounds to ensure the aspect of understanding and awareness of diversity in school remains consistent. Thank you.